Welcome to the first redstone tutorial of a 3x3 Insta door. So what we need is a 3 wide within the middle of the door, 2 pressure plates on either side, because we want it to be able to open from both sides. But you don't necessarily have to put the cobblestone there where I put it. I do it because I want to know where my redstone is if I am ever gonna dig this up. Starting with 3 pistons on the bottom row. You can also do 1 piston, what I'm gonna do, and 3 pistons on the sides. It's just what you like the most. I like the most 3 pistons like that. That's what I like more. On the other side we do the same. 3 pistons on top of each other. So basically what we now have is 3 pistons there, 3 there, 1 there, and now we do 1 on top. This one is a bit harder in survival to place. If you don't know where to place the pistons, make a 3x3 grid, like so, and next to it should be the pistons, like that. If you have placed all 9 pistons, we can continue doing the redstone. 1 up, 1 down, 3 left, 3 right. For the redstone, place a block behind the 3 pistons, redstone a torch on top, block on top, and a redstone dust. This will power all 3 pistons. To hook that up with the other system, we're just gonna place it like that. That goes into the wire going into the torch. After that we're just gonna do after that we're just gonna wire it up to the setup we already made. So we have the pressure plate, and when let me get to the pressure plate. We have the pressure plate that's hooking up to the torch, that retracts and pushes almost instantly. It's 1 tick. You cannot do this faster. For the other side it's the same story. We place a torch again, a block, and a redstone dust on top. You can see it's there. Place it like so. You do not necessarily need to connect it to both sides, at least connect it to one side. I'm sorry, like that. The only thing we didn't do yet is the 1 torch, which is the bottom one, placing below the piston. It doesn't need to be there, it just needs to be somewhere there. It doesn't matter exactly there. So what we now have is when we stand on it, almost all blocks except for the upper one. The upper one isn't that quite hard. What we all we need for the upper one is some slabs. You have the redstone dust on top, place a slab right there, redstone dust on top, a block on top of the piston with a slab, and now we have power on top of the piston. If we continue this to this one, we get a door. If you stand on it, it opens. I do not like a cobblestone door, so I'm gonna remove my cobblestone door. You can do that too, and replace it with anything you like and you want. You might notice if you only replace the inner part and go out, you see that you have to place that one too. Remember that there is a redstone dust on top of that one. Just replace it back and it's all fine. like that. Now I'm placing the floor in. What we now have is a 3x3 drawers that open and closes. You can modify this and you can build it in. This is the whole redstone system. What I'm now gonna do is build a bit nicer. You don't necessarily need to do it in the same style, but I like this style. It fits with my world. I don't want it. It doesn't matter what blocks you put in the middle, as long as the pistons can retract and push them. For the other side, I'm gonna do the same. Area I'm taking damage. So what we now have, you can also replace this with an iron, gold or wooden pressure plate. But stone is the only one who can be activated by or mobs or you, and the other one are also be activated by items. This one isn't. If you why didn't that work? I removed apparently the redstone, which is weird. If you now stand on it, it should open. You can run through it if I'm getting some food. This is pretty much the fastest way you can get. If I run, I can run through it without any problems. It doesn't slow me down. It's as fast as you can get it. Thank you for watching.